You're now tuned into the fourth season of Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions, a media education company. Let's get it started.
That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It is the AVIOT podcast recording to you all on a Thursday evening. We're trying to get this episode out. I thank my gracious co-host, Jay Random, for agreeing to this. I know he was catching some Z's earlier. It looked like you were catching some Z's. It was good.
Nah, man, just trying to watch the show. I mean, you know, I'm tired, but I was trying to watch the show. But, you know, shit kept on spinning on the bootleg joint, so that's annoying.
Shake my head.
It's like almost over, and I kind of want to fast forward it to the next episode when I'm like, oh man, I might miss something. So that's where I'm at. Just annoyed.
Oh well.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Tell me about it. It's getting good too. And I'm getting annoyed because I already know me. Eventually, I'll just get over it and just start finding something else and never go back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I hear you on that. Speaking of getting over things, one thing I wanted to start today's episode with in terms of getting over something is sex scenes in movies and in television shows. Mm-hmm. I would like to say that I am over that right now, just because I feel it's like soft porn in a sense. You want to see certain actors or actresses naked, so you need to have that sex scene. A lot of these sex scenes in movies and in television shows are unnecessary. Now I have a story that ties into this, but you wanted to say something?
All I would say was I'm over the sex scenes, but I love seeing the naked women. I love it. I'm sorry. But you don't gotta have sex. You know, she could come out the shower or come from underneath the covers. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Like, you don't gotta have sex. This showed me a booty cheek or two. You know, made it to the black, and I'm good with it. I don't need a sex scene because I can care less.
So that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Just see a booty cheek or two.
Booty cheek, a nipple, bravos, keep it moving. The sex scene, I can care less.
So you know we gotta be equal.
Grunting.
You know we gotta be equal then. So that means you gotta be able to see parts of a dude too, because the women probably want to see that too. You cool with that?
Well, no, I don't care what they want. Right? I'm only talking about me. Listen, it's already too much of that. All you gotta do is turn on Netflix and you see a bunch of men naked.
Seriously, it's crazy.
Full frontal.
Now.
You're like, yo, y'all didn't even warn me. No, and then they got the nerve to cover the female. I'm like, how's this happening?
Yeah, it's like there's a reversal of that going on. It's very interesting.
It's a reversal, man, and I'm not here for it. But the women, yeah, by all means, keep on.
Yeah, I feel that the human body itself is art, right? But I feel just the feminine form, women in general, their bodies, and obviously I'm speaking from a male's perspective, so I'm going to be a bit biased. I feel that their bodies are more beautiful. I feel for a male's body, yeah, it could be considered art, cool. It just doesn't have the same appeal. Like when you look at ancient societies, there's a lot of like nude art with women. And so I feel that the female form in general is just prettier. It's just more attractive to look at. You see men nude too. You see in Greek art, you see like naked men and all that stuff. Just me personally, my own anecdotal experience, and audience members out there, feel free to check me or give your perspective too. Leave some comments. But do you see that more societies tend to have more naked women as an artistic piece as opposed to a male? What do you think, Jay?
I don't know. I mean, I can't recall seeing any naked females in art galleries. So
really,
I'm trying to think. I like art too, but probably because I just ignore it. I don't know. I ignore it because it's a statue. It's not a real woman, so I ain't paying attention to it.
So I say all this to say there's a story that came out. Kristen Davis, who starred as Charlotte York in a television show Sex and the Cities, she felt unprotected during intimate or sex scenes back in, I guess, the 90s, but felt that over time, as she was filming those scenes, she started feeling a little bit more protected, or she felt a little bit more comfortable. She said that Sarah Jessica Parker, who played the lead on that show, she also felt unprotected at times too. She didn't really know how the explicit scenes were supposed to look, but she felt that it pandered more to the male gaze at first, and then later on it started going more towards the female gaze. I didn't watch Sex and the City like that. I will be honest, when I was younger, I used to check it out because I thought some of the women on the show were attractive when I was younger. And so I used to like pop in and out, but I never paid attention to storylines. I just wanted to look at the women. That's it.
Yeah, because I think one of the lead, the best friend who was how can I say? I forgot her name, but the best friend, she was the one that was always, I forgot her name because in Sex and the City, but she was the one that was always naked, the more sexual.
Yeah.
Out of all of them.
Yeah, Kim Cattrall, who played Samantha Jones, I think.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And the thing is, in this article too, Kristen Davis had said that Kim was unfazed by the sex scene. She was like whatever.
Always.
And the other one, Cynthia Nixon, who played Miranda Hobbs, she was also unfazed too. So it's interesting. The ones that were more sexual in the show were actually okay with the sex scenes and being fondled and all that stuff. Whereas the ones that were, I guess, were more reserved, or they kind of played that part of being more reserved.
Yes.
They actually were kind of like that in real life.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I agree with that. But yeah, so it's like, I remember when I first saw see, I'm horrible with names.
Give me a hint.
She played on Game of Thrones. She was the lead.
Oh, Cersei? You heard
No,
of
that's Cersei.
No?
No, the blonde hair one.
Oh, you're talking about Amelia.
Yes.
That's her name, right? Amelia something?
Amelia something. Amelia, yes.
Hold on. Let me hold on.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me get the cast.
Yeah.
But just say your piece and then I'll interject.
Yeah, so when I first saw her neck, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, Game of Thrones. Show more, please.
Wow.
Amelia Clark.
Yeah, Amelia Clark.
Yes.
And then eventually, as she started getting more familiar, she started doing less sex scenes.
Ain't that crazy? It's like,
I was like, wait a minute.
Put on.
I started watching this because of this.
Right. It's like to get put on, you get naked, shock value. Now people coming back. Now that people come back, it's like, psych. I'm not doing it anymore.
I'm putting back on my clothes. You're like, this is what I came here for. I don't care about anybody else on the show. I'm focusing on what you're doing.
Oh my God.
But in all seriousness, it is tiring now. It's definitely tiring.
Yeah, I feel that everything is just overly sexualized. I think it's okay to have sexual things. I think it's cool, but there's no liberation anymore in being overly sexual because everyone's doing it. I think it's liberating when it's taboo. Not necessarily taboo. It's liberating when you want to do something but cannot do it, and then you challenge the norms and then do it. That's correct. The liberation. So I think it would be more liberating as a woman today to say, well, I don't want to take off my clothes. I don't want to twerk on stage. I don't want to do these things. And then you don't do it and you're still successful. I think that's more liberating today because everybody twerks. Even Doechii, as much as I am a fan of her music, and man, listen, if you listen to her earlier projects outside of Alligator Bites Never Heal, bro, Doechii's nice. Like she's talking some real stuff. She's talking some real stuff. Like there's this album that I'm listening to now from her. Let me actually look this up right quick. It's called All the Places You'll Go, I think. All the Places You'll Go. All the Places You'll Go. Bro, she's talking about some real stuff. Like this is a different person. And I was listening to this guy on YouTube called FD Signifier, and he was saying how he liked the old Doechii better than the new one because he felt that she was more herself, more vulnerable, talked about a lot of real subjects. She's talking about how she was teased in school, how she went against norms in school. She's talking about masturbation at one point, just being on her phone, looking in bed, masturbating. Like it's the way she's communicating. I truly appreciate it because these are experiences that many of us have had. These are experiences that it's nice to hear another person talk about their life from this perspective. It's very vulnerable, and I truly appreciate it. But that's an aside. Doechii, as much as I praise her music, she be twerking on stage. She got a BBL. So it's like, in a sense, she kind of conformed to this kind of way of being. Not all Black women twerk. Not all Black women got BBLs. But I feel that when you see in the mainstream, all of the artists are twerking, or they have BBLs, or they're stripping, then unfortunately, you get a mindset where a lot of people think, oh, well, this is how Black women are. And I'm not saying that we need to police ourselves because we need to care about what out groups think. I'm more so saying that, is this all we have to offer?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear you when you say that, because nowadays when you see all this, excuse me, when you see all this on TV, you start to think this is what they are. No, this is how they are when the cameras are off. And that's not, for the most part, it seems like that's how they are when the camera's off. You see, you hear stories how, like little Kim, one of the most vocal is, take it in the bud, all that stuff. When the cameras went off, she was just, sweatpants and chill and relax and like to watch TV. So it's kind of like, they're not on all the time, like lights, camera, action. So, I think you and I, we spoke about it before. Listen, women, y'all do what y'all need to do.
Right.
But, I mean,
it's just
the twerking is, but I haven't seen Meg, so that's why I haven't seen a lot of twerking.
Well, name a popular mainstream Black female hip hop artist that does not twerk. If you're listening to the AVIOT podcast on a streaming service, make sure to leave a rating and a review so we can grow our platform.
Well, I'm about to say Rhapsody, right? Just to be funny.
I know, and you be getting on Rhapsody all the time. I know Rhapsody doesn't, right? She's one of one. She's one of the many. And I say this, I'm not trying to police Black women. I'll even go to Black men too, right? To make it fair. Not all Black men come from the hood, but it seemed like everybody got a hood story. Every time you see a Black male rapper, everybody come from the hood. Even Kanye was trying to make like he was from the hood. Meanwhile, this man came from a 2-parent household, had things handed to him. He could have went to college. He could have been fine. He chose not to go that route.
Michael Irvin, the football player, his son act like he come from the hood.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, not all Black dudes come from the hood, but it's like we always have to put on that persona that we all are hood when we're performing, or we got to have an edge. And I think that this is harmful towards the image of Black men outside of the gaze of non-Black people. For Black people internally, I don't think it is a good look.
No.
So I will speak to the male perspective because, every time you speak about Black women, sometimes they're like, well, who are you to say? Well, listen, y'all my sisters. I came from a Black woman. I'm married to a Black woman. God's willing, I'm going to have a Black woman as a child, right? So I'm saying I can have a voice in that space.
Yeah. Just
like y'all can have a voice, Black women, in Black men's spaces, because y'all, a Black man, was responsible for partially creating you. You likely will have a Black son. A lot of y'all have Black sons. Y'all have Black uncles, Black granddaddies, all that stuff. So you have a vested interest in making sure that Black men are represented well, just like I have a vested interest in making sure that Black women are represented well. Y'all are a part of me. I care. I'm not trying to police you. All I'm saying is when we see these images of ourselves on television, is that all we have to offer? Is there a way to showcase other aspects? I would love to see Black men displaying science in hip hop, like how what's the name used to do back in the day? Why am I drawing a blank? Ghostface killing them. Wu-Tang Clan. They used to be rapping about the stars and satellites and all that stuff. I loved it because it's different. It's outside the box. It ain't rapping from you like you from the hood. I think that's why Kendrick is such a breath of fresh air nowadays, because Kendrick, even I'm getting so animated, I'm forgetting people's names. Even Tyler, the Creator.
I thought you were talking about him. I wasn't too sure.
Tyler, the Creator, rapping outside the box, rapping about different things. That's what I want to see. But I feel like the market is so oversaturated with Black men that's where we can see kind of different boxes to put people in, even though the overwhelming image is hood, which we got to get away from. We need to expand more so more Black women can come into this space. I want to see more alt Black women. I want to see more nerdy Black women. We got enough sexual Black women, but maybe, hey, if you're going to be sexual, be creative with it. I don't want to hear just F her in the butt. I'm like, let me hear something different.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Nowadays, the creativity is for majority of these artists is at a stalemate. It's just stalled right now. It's like creativity is not there. It's just easier to just dumb your shit down and, not uplift anybody. Just teach them how to get over on the next person. And this is why we have toxicity now going on.
That's true. That's true. And then also too, I saw a post on Threads where the guy was using Jochi as a way to put down other Black female artists. I don't believe in doing that either.
Correct.
These overly sexualized Black female rappers, they deserve to exist in their space. I think that at times they can be very toxic, like the Sexy Reds of the world. I'm not cool with, because that's actually detrimental. She's actually detrimental to.
She's trying to clean her. I'm just fucking. I'm just messing with you. She's trying to clean up her image.
She is.
No, that's why I'm just messing with you.
Listen, when I saw her,
she's got a song with Bruno Mars. That's the only image she's cleaning up.
Listen, when I saw her on Angel Reese's podcast and she was doing a lip gloss, talking about she got a lip gloss color flavor called gonorrhea, another one's called blue balls and all that stuff, and I'm just like,
what?
Yeah, it's a thing. Shoot, I need
it's
to.
Really, she really got it one. Ew.
Yes, she has.
Joking.
No, she has a lip gloss line. One of the flavors.
Who the hell buying gonorrhea lip? Oh my gosh, what color is it?
I think it's green.
Oh.
one of the flavors
green lip gloss.
One of the flavors is called nut.
Oh my gosh, that is not selling. I can't imagine it selling.
Hold on, no. I'm gonna get all these flavors. I'm gonna name it right here, right now. Yep. Mm-hmm. There's one called Coochie Juice.
Wow.
Coochie Juice.
There's one called, hold on. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Nut, pussy hole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice, yellow discharge, gonorrhea, blue balls, and sex on my period.
Come on. I mean, where's that being sold at? Dollar Tree? That's what it's selling at Dollar Tree? Because they sure ain't selling that at Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, Sephora. They're not selling it there. So where is that being sold at?
I don't know where it's being sold at, but this is for real. Like, it's not even a joke. When she had brought it, I thought it was a joke until I saw her bring it on Angel Reese's Unapologetically Angel podcast. And I was like, dang, this is for real.
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of crazy, we'll pivot into less funny news.
What's up?
People have been impersonating ICE agents and taking Latinos and putting them in the back of their cars and forcing Latinos to have sex with them and all that stuff.
Stop it.
All right, I'm going to read 2 stories for you. One story. Sean Michael Emmerich Johnson, a 33-year-old South Carolina resident, was charged on January 31st with kidnapping and impersonating a police officer. And he detained and taunted a group of Latino men, right? So basically, he was arrested for this, and his family said in court that he faces mental health challenges and that he needs help and will continue to get that therapy. So he was released on bond, and his public defender reportedly said he was sorry for what he has done. That's one story.
That's terrible.
And I'm sitting over here like, we need to stop blaming mental health for evil, wicked behavior. How is a mentally ill person capable of rounding people up, taunting them, keeping them in their car, and saying I'm an ICE agent and blah blah blah? There's a lot of steps there. There's
a lot of steps that sound like he's not. Nah, he's okay. He's aware of what he's doing.
Correct. So the second one, got to go to your state. A North Carolina resident in Raleigh, Carl Thomas Bennett, age 37, broke into a woman's home and impersonated an ICE agent by displaying a business card with a badge on it. And according to the documents, he threatened the woman with deportation if she refused to have sex with him. So now he's being charged with 9 offenses, including forcible rape.
Damn.
Okay.
It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy, bro.
Yeah.
is
But
crazy.
then also it's kind of like I thought. I don't know. I
I know what
mean,
you want to say.
no. I'm going to say I thought you didn't like them as people, so you wanted to get rid of them. But in reality, you just want to overpower them and do cowardly things to them. But what do you get out of that? You low life, right? So it's sad that this is going on, and only thing it's going to do is now make bad things happen to these illegal immigrants who are now fearful of, I don't know if you're really an ICE agent, so I'm not going to listen to you. And then we all know how when you don't listen to the cops, what happens, the repercussions of that. So it's sad because, who do you trust, right? Who do you trust? Somebody can
Yeah.
easily put a van and put whatever on there and,
Yeah, and
man.
the thing is, someone has said in the article that this isn't much different from how ICE agents actually act. That's why a lot of Latinos, they'll be like, okay, and they'll just surrender because they're used to that kind of behavior. So anyone could just come up and be like, have a fake badge and be like, yo, you're getting deported, blah, blah, blah. And they'll just comply because they're in fear for their lives.
Mm.
And I understand that you have many in the Black collective that'll be like, that's why y'all shouldn't have voted for the current president and support this administration, right? I understand that piece. However, I do have empathy.
Correct.
And it's wrong for people to be mistreated. If
Correct.
they're being deported and they voted for this current administration, that's on them. However, they shouldn't be getting mistreated in terms of they shouldn't be getting physically harmed or they shouldn't be psychologically harmed.
No.
Right? If y'all are here and it's against the law and y'all being deported, it is what it is, right? However, they shouldn't be getting harassed. They shouldn't be getting sexually assaulted or raped.
Yeah, just deport them. Bring them back to their country. Drop them off. Leave them. Don't do anything stupid. That's not part of the damn job. The part of the job is to pick them up, round them up, drop them off back in their country. That's it. Good riddance. All the rest of that stuff, it's not called for. It's inhumane. It's disgusting. It's nasty. These people at the end of the day are still humans. Treat them like humans. That's it. Treat them like humans. It's not right. It's disgusting, cuz,
Yeah. I hear you. I definitely hear you. And I agree with what you're saying. It's a rough time. It's a rough time. All I'm gonna say is Kamala and them tried to warn y'all. So I don't want to hear y'all saying, where's Kamala? She chilling. She tried.
Yeah, I think she chilling. She tried, and I don't even know in 4 years she even try again.
Nah. She deserves to retire and just
I think she
call
should
it a
retire
day.
because clearly America is not ready for a woman.
Yeah, let alone a
They're not
black
ready.
woman.
Oh, they're not ready for a woman, let alone a black woman.
Yes, we had two qualified women that stepped up to the plate. I had my issues with both. However, to say they were not as qualified as the man they both lost to is crazy.
Crazy. So it's sad that we're here now, but we're here now.
Let's get into updates.
What's up?
Speaking of being here, my friend, him and I, we went out to, I guess, dinner / happy hour. I don't know. It was like 6 o'clock. So what would you call that? Happy dinner?
No, it's happy hour. Happy hour ends at 6, so around here.
But we ain't getting no happy hour prices though. So he was
word?
Nah,
that ain't happy hour then. That's just a night out.
Yeah. But we had a good time, and he was telling me about Instagram and how our Chemistry Productions platform is on Instagram, and he was saying a way to grow the following on Instagram. Because remember, I told you the goal was to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram this year, along with 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. He was saying a way to grow Instagram is to interact with other people's accounts. Just leave comments, and then people, after a while, they get curious, and then they'll look at your account, and then they'll start following you. So I said, well, I guess it's worth a shot. I don't know how to grow on Instagram. That's been a thorn in my side. I had posted one viral video on the Chemistry Productions account that dealt with Deion Sanders back in the day, and that made it jump to 4,000 something. But every day we keep losing followers now. And I just want to figure out how to sustain a following and how to grow that following. Do you have any suggestions at all?
No, not at all. Because my presence on social media is at a 0, all-time low.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
I don't even like to show my face. I don't even like to take pictures of my family. I don't even like to take pictures of anything I'm doing.
And now for a quick commercial break.
Hey guys, as you can hear, we are unapologetic in our opinions. We may be politically incorrect or possibly wrong, but don't knock us for being ourselves and saying what many are too afraid to admit out loud. Anyways, if you have any thoughts or questions about our show, email us at chemistryproductions@gmail.com. That's K3MISTRY productions@gmail.com. We'll be sure to address whatever you have to say.
You might see me. So it's so funny, right? So 2 weeks ago, I went out to a club to celebrate my older sister's birthday.
Yeah.
And my cousin, C Dubs, hit me up, was like, yo, what's good, man? You at the club? And I'm like, what you mean I'm at the club? He said XYZ took a picture and she put it on her Instagram or Facebook. You know I was heated, right? Heated.
You're like, who authorized you to post me online?
You know what I'm saying? But I find this out after the fact. So he hit me up, but I didn't see it until later on. So by the time I seen it, I didn't get a chance to confront the person. But I'm like, I don't like stuff like that. Like, you should know me. And this person knows me too. And it's like, and cool. I'm out with my wife. So it wasn't no funny stuff. It was my wife and I and my sister and my cousins and a bunch of us, right? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't the fact funny stuff was going on. It's just the fact of, if you know me, I don't have really a footprint on social media. I like it like that. I don't like people knowing what I'm doing. When I go back home sometimes to CT, I just jump in my car and I'm low key. That's just how I roll. I'm not that guy. I just like to be by myself. I like to, do things by myself. So I'm the wrong person to ask that question. Just want to say, because I don't even want to be on social media. It's only because of you I'm on social media. But it's
only because this company that I'm on social media.
I ain't doing nothing on it.
This company's the only thing that got me on social media, to be honest.
Yeah, like I don't like I commend you for even doing the reels you do with your face. You'll never see my face on the what?
Listen,
I'll be voiceover all day.
I ain't want to do that. My wife was talking about, people need to see you and be able to identify with who they're hearing the stuff from. They need a person.
Right.
I don't like it. I don't like being seen. I don't like being shown. I'd rather have other people work, and then I just give directions in the background.
Yeah, I feel you. That's how I am too. Like I don't like even at work, I don't really raise my hand for like, hey, I know the answer. You call me, I'll give you the answer. But don't expect me to raise my hand. I'm not raising my hand. That's just how I roll. Like, I'm not that dude. I don't want the attention. I just want to be just left alone to my vices and keep it pushing.
Oh, them damn vices. Them vices. Excuse me, mother. I didn't mean to cuss.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I almost cussed earlier. Yeah.
Oh, man. But it's funny, too. My friend was also saying, speaking of not want to be seen, he was saying, hey, you guys think about turning the podcast to like a talk show or something? Because I feel like you would be a better voice than a lot of the other voices that are out there today. You guys are more level-headed. I said, that's cool, but I don't want to be famous. That's the problem. I think our voices will be necessary. I feel like we could definitely challenge people and we could definitely combat a lot of this toxicity that's out here. The problem is, how do you do that when you don't want to be famous?
That's a hard thing to say, because in so many ways, in order for us to get more followers, we got to be famous.
That's the crazy thing, because then people could also
because nobody's going to follow somebody that they don't care about.
Yeah, that people could also ask, like, why you got this podcast and you don't be famous? This is for the company, bruh. This is for the company. This is the people who are behind Chemistry Productions. We are talking to y'all, giving our perspective on things, trying to challenge societal norms that are dangerous. We feel like this is our contribution to society. Okay, that is why we feel like we need to do this. Okay.
Yes.
If there are other voices doing the right thing, then we will be quiet. We'll be sitting in our corner watching anime.
That's what I'm about to do once we get off this phone.
Facts.
I'm about to go on Crunchyroll I'm about to download it right now that we're talking.
All right, let's quickly get to the topic of the day so we can wrap this up. So there was a news report, a member of the president's new Department of Government Efficiency resigned after the Wall Street Journal asked the White House about his ties, but about the ties between the staffer and a deleted social media account that promoted racism and eugenics. And so this staffer's name was 25-year-old, Marco Iles. He's 25 years old. And he had ties to an X account, which was deleted in December. And it had posted multiple racist comments, including, just for the record, I was racist before it was cool. You could not pay me to marry outside of my ethnicity, and normalize Indian hate. So it's interesting to me that he gets fired for his racism, his bigotry. Yet you have a whole bunch of people in this current administration that run around saying bigoted racist things, signing bigoted racist things into law. I just find that's very ironic.
Definitely ironic because once again, it's all about money. That's what it's all about. We know that right now. Think about it. So we got Elon Musk doing his Nazi salute. Nobody says anything.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so disappointed in the ADL. Disappointed.
Even the ADL, they say
awkward
nothing.
Gesture. That's an awkward gesture.
Exactly. But then you had two more people do the same gesture, try to show homage to Elon, and got fired from their position. One was a preacher, and the other one was a congresswoman. So clearly, what Elon did was a Nazi salute. But once again, it's all about the money. Who's going to step to Elon? And that will always be my problem. Elon should be like every other man. So if you got money, you still bleed, you still sneeze, you still eat like the rest of us, right? Mm-hmm. So what makes you any different? What Elon did was disrespectful, and I expected the Jewish community to shut him down like they do everyone else to even hint of being disrespectful to them. It didn't happen. So it's all about money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is sad. It is sad because if it's all about money, then act like it's all about money. Don't, then your anger is just, it's all orchestrated, right?
What's
not really that mad.
What's that special Chris Rock has? Selective outrage. It's selective outrage.
Selective outrage. That's all it is. Selective outrage. Mm-hmm. Nobody say nothing, right? Because yes, I can understand. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Jewish people that were upset when they seen that. But you have a organization that's supposed to crack down on stuff like that, right? That organization speaks for you. But when it was time for them to speak for you, they did nothing.
Let me hear you say that ain't right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people have been shut down? I remember Nick Cannon, his show, when he had somebody, I don't know if the guy's from Public Enemy or something.
Public Enemy.
The guy from Public Enemy, right?
Yep.
He was on the show, and then he was talking about the Jews, this and that. Next thing you know, the show's canceled. And then he had to bring a rabbi on in order to explain anti-Semitism and everything. I'm sitting over here like, what?
I know. They had to kiss the ring, man. So that's why I'm like, Elon is no different, man. He should have kissed the ring too, man. He just, listen. With people like Elon, if they don't get checked, they're going to continue to push and push and push.
And by checked, we don't mean any harm. We mean...
No, we don't mean harm.
No.
Just let it be known, Elon, what you did was wrong.
Yeah, there needs to be consequences for those actions.
That's what I mean by check. I don't wish anybody harm, man, by all means.
Like fines, having things taken away, jail time, all that stuff. That's what I mean by checked.
Yes. So
I just wanted to point out the irony of that. I thought it was very interesting, and it is what it is. But sorry we had to leave on a sour note. The episode started off pretty upbeat, but I had to get those stories out there. There's a whole bunch of stories, and I don't want to be focusing on this administration all the time. However, it's important that we bring these things to people's attention because if you ignore it, then it's going to continue to happen. It's not going away if you ignore it.
That's true.
You just don't make that the focal point of your whole entire day. That's it.
Correct. I agree.
With that being said, all right, Randall, It's been
All right.
good. Thank you, man.
Yes.
This was a wonderful episode. Enjoy the laughs. Definitely
right.
do.
Take it easy.
All right, you too. Peace.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.